Right. Hello, I'm just going to say in advance that there is no story today. So, if you're expecting a story and you're going to get angry if there's no story for you, I would suggest clicking off the video now. It's probably not a good video anyway. It'd be a waste of your time. Don't know why I'm bothering filming these really, because I could just mass produce the book format version of the stories and get everyone to buy them. I should probably be doing that instead, but I'm not, so yeah. And I do not have a script for this thing, so I cannot just desperately try to look at what's on the script and hope none of you notice. I'm ad-libbing absolutely everything. Anyway, onto the I suppose you could call it a story. I suppose it's not really much of a story. It's just me being annoying. Right. My friend Louis Donnell put a video on YouTube called Rebellion Chapter 1. It's a Lego animation that is, I think it's Star Wars. I know nothing about Star Wars, so I do not know anything about it other than that it looks vaguely impressive. And the voice work is absolutely top notch. Anyway, brilliant video until I went ahead and ruined it. I didn't set out to ruin it at the start. It just ended up happening. And at the beginning, I was trying to push it further up the YouTube algorithm. So my strategy was just to click between that video and one of his other videos over and over again. I got 50 views on it in 15 minutes. Completely unbelievable. Biggest waste of time of my life. So boring, those 15 minutes. Then I decided I was going to leave comments everywhere to push it further up the YouTube algorithm. So I just started typing in random words to make full sentences. They didn't come out in the right order, unfortunately, so just complete gibberish. The only one he actually replied to was the word bye, and he said, "You certainly are," and that got a chuckle out of me. Yeah, so about 50 comments later, finally got rid of all of them, so next strategy, set up several alternate accounts. And I came up with different backstories for every single account. First one, Dr. Delilah Duck, a 59-year-old university professor of dance. One of my most frequently used aliases. And yeah, that's pretty much all you can possibly say about Delilah Duck, other than that she shares a name with Donald Duck's daughter. I didn't mean for that at the time. I just picked it because it sounded like a good name. Then came a few others that were a bit boring, so I won't bother going into detail about them. You'll never watch any of my videos again if I go into detail about them, so I'm just going to leave them alone. Then I came up with Paul Townsend, and Paul Townsend is the best alias I've ever come up with. And the Paul Townsend who comments on my videos has nothing to do with me, so do not get the wrong idea at any point. Paul Townsend is absolutely brilliant. He is a football fan who is obsessed with Taekwondo. He is a semi-professional masseur. He loves gardening. He hates taxes. He's shown up on my website. He has a Twitter account. He has a YouTube account that has videos on it. Paul Townsend's practically a developed person in his own right. And he has a profile picture that's just a footballer I made on FIFA 18. I don't know why I own FIFA 18. I don't like football. I can't remember why I bought it. The secret to picking these names is picking something that's not too simple but also not too complicated. And that wasn't even a funny sentence. I don't know why I'm bothering to even continue filming this. But it's genuinely informative if you want to do it yourself. It's very fun. Anyway, a week later I was still trying to match the success of Paul Townsend I was trying to find another name that would work equally well as Paul Townsend, and a personality to attach it to. Then I was swimming in the sea one day, it came to me, Anthony Wheeler. Anthony Wheeler is a police officer, that's really about it, other than that he's been on my website. He should have had his own account, he doesn't. I don't know why I haven't bothered making the Anthony Wheeler account. Then I used Xenia Stevenson, and Xenia Stevenson is the oldest one yet, because I came up with her in year 9. And it was a dark and stormy night, or it was 9 o'clock on a Wednesday morning, or whatever you want to go with. I was in tutor at the time. I'd left a card on April Fool's Day on Louis' desk. It was a fake Valentine's card. If you ask him about it, he'll insist I did it on Valentine's Day. I didn't. Cards would have been too expensive then. And it makes it clear that it's an April Fool's joke. So I wrote in a Word document something like, Dear Louis, I can't actually remember now, but it was meant to be funny. I wrote this 2 years ago, my memory's not brilliant. Since then, Xenia has evolved into her own personality, where at various points she's either been incredibly annoying, incredibly psychopathic, or both. There is no in between. Or obsessively nice. I suppose there was a bit of an in between there, anyway. Xenia and Paul are the holy grails of alias creation in my experience. Then I came up with Alice Desmond, and Alice Desmond was completely unbelievable, but not as completely unbelievable as Paul Townsend was, because I've realised I can't make anybody as good as Paul Townsend was. Alice Desmond's backstory was that she was a lesbian on the run from the police for a crime that her best friend committed and pinned the blame on her. And the crime in question was a robbery from Lord Porthway, and I came up with all of that in a span of about 10 seconds. Yeah, so I left a comment by Alice on the video that he found it. He instantly realised it was me, because by that point it had become a running joke that I would make some random alternate identity and leave a comment on this video. Then I changed the name of Alice Desmond's YouTube account to Harriet Robinson, and I put a My Little Pony profile picture on Harriet's account, just so it would not look like my account at all. He fell. I was just going to say he fell for it. He didn't fall for it. He did the exact opposite of falling for it. He saw through it right away, because he hadn't actually deleted the Alice Desmond comment, so it had changed. So I was forced to come up with another lie on the spot. I had to expand the backstory a bit further. Well, she changes her name because she's on the run from the police. She is going to need to change her name so she doesn't get caught. He didn't believe me for a moment, and that was the last alias I've made, and he has gotten his revenge because he has invaded the Paul Townsend YouTube channel with names like Martin Asparagus, Susan Cattleprod. Worst part is, I completely fell for all of them, and I really shouldn't have done that. Even because they had such stupid sounding names, and I'm going to get him back later. Just to be aware, we are actually good friends. I do not hate him at all. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, seriously, I really don't hate him.